Welcome everyone to another Khan Academy tutorial. Today we're going to be doing evaluate function expressions. This is a really good one for interpreting functions and what it means to evaluate functions. If you're confused on this at all, I would recommend first watching the evaluate functions from graphs videos. I think there's 2 of them. Go ahead and check out that first, but we're going to dive into this with the assumption that you've at least had some exposure. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, we got a lot going on here. And it looks complicated, but it's really not that bad, okay? The first thing I want to highlight is we have these newcomers here, and what color is this guy? Pink. And here. We have this G -1 and F3. Well, if you've seen the other videos, you know what this means. But for those that haven't seen it, we have G of -1. What does that mean? That's evaluating the function at -1 for x, at x equals -1. And this blue one, this is essentially talking about evaluating the function at x equals 3. But the g, of course, belongs to the graph of g, and the f belongs to the graph of f. So we need to evaluate those first, and then we're going to plug in those values when we're done into the expression and then solve, or simplify, I should say. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that first. So we're going to do x equals -1 for the g function. So we're going to go over here to -1. That's where -1 is. And then we either have to go up or down to get to g function. Well, in this case, it's up. So we need to travel up to go ahead and get to the g. And it's at 6. So once we go to the g function, we get 6 for that value. So this equals 6. Then we're going to go to the f function. Okay, so we got that. So x equals 6. The function of g of -1 equals 6. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing for the f function. So we're going to go to f of 3. Okay. Now we're not going to worry about the pink graph right now. We're worried about the blue one. So realize that we got to go down to get there, and it's at -2. So this point right here is the point 3, -2. So our y value, where the graph is at 3, is -2. So when we do this at 3 for x, we get for the function f of 3 is going to equal -2. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're going to just plug this into the main formula. So we have -6 times, and I'm going to put blue box here, minus, where's my green? Minus 6 times, and this was our red box, no, pink box, and then we're going to say equals. Now, this is where we plug in the values. So at g of -1 on the graph of g, the pink one, at x equals -1, what was the value? It was 6. What was the value of y, I should say? How high or low was the graph? How vertical or vertically up or vertically down was it? And it was 6. So we plugged in 6 there. Now we go to the blue box at the function of x equals 3 for that graph. Where was the y value? The y value was at -2. Now we go from here. We simplify. So we do -6 times -2 to start, and we get +12 minus what's 6 times 6? Order of operations first. Don't subtract the 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So we do 12 minus 36, and that equals -24, and that's going to be our answer. Again, go ahead and pause if you need me to slow down or go back and rewatch something. Okay, this one looks a little bit more complicated, but it's really not. We just need to break it down into the 2 components. We have our blue box here, and then we have our pink box. Okay, so let's start with the pink box again. So we're trying to evaluate this at x equals what? We're going to evaluate this at x equals 5. So we go over here to the graph of 5. It's here. And we're going to go down because nothing's up. So we're going to go down to here. And this is the point 5, comma, what is that? -5. So once we evaluated there, at g of 5, it was equal to -5. The y value was equal to -5. That's what we're essentially trying to find. Now, for the blue box, okay, so we're trying to find this at x equals 6. I did that in red last time. Let's stay consistent. We're trying to find that at x equals 6. So I go over to 6, and now I'm worried about the blue graph. So I'm going down, 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 down here. And I get the point 6, that was my inputted x value, that was my input, and my output is negative 6. Okay, so for f of 6, I got negative 6. So what we're going to do down here is we're going to rewrite the equation 4 times minus 6 times equals, and in we have our blue box, and then we have our pink box. Okay, and we're going to put in a negative 5 for the pink box because that was the evaluated function at g of 5. And then we're going to put negative 6 for the blue box because that was the value of y for when we inputted 6 for x into the blue graph. And then we're going to simplify. So we have 4 times negative 6 is negative 24 minus, oh, actually it's going to be plus because we have a negative times negative. That's positive 30. We're going to get 6 for our solution. So that's the simplified form of the expression. We get 6. Okay, maybe we can speed this up a little bit so I don't have to be so thorough. So we're going to go first to f of 0. So f of 0 means our x value at 0. Okay, and we're going to see where the function is at 0, and it's at 1. So we know this is going to be the value of 1. For our g function, we have negative 8. So we're going to go over here to negative 8 for x, and we go down this time. And what do we get? It looks like we get the y value of negative 6. So now we can rewrite this whole thing, negative 8 times plus 4 times, okay, sorry, I like setting it up like that. So we get 1 for f of 0. We get negative 6 for g of negative 8. And now we simplify. So we get negative 8. 4 times negative is going to be negative. So 4, negative 24. And that is going to be negative 32 is going to be our answer there. I'm just going to double check. So f of 0, we had 1, g of x, negative 8, negative 6. Okay, so it is negative 32. So we're going to write negative 32 here. Negative 32. I got a sinking feeling it's wrong, but it's right. What do you know? Okay. We're going to do this two more times. No, this is the last time. So g of negative 2, we go over to negative 2 for the x value, and we see what we get for y. So we go up, and we get 6. So this is the value 6. G of negative 2 is equal to 6 for the y value. F of negative 4, we're going to go to negative 4 for the f, and we go down there, and that looks like negative 3. So that is the value of negative 3 for y, and we're ready to plug in already. So we have 3 times minus 3 times equals. We get negative 3 for f. We get positive 6 for g of negative 2, and we're ready to simplify. So we get 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. And it looks like we're going to get negative 27 for our total evaluated function here of this expression, negative 27. Hopefully there's no mistakes there, and there wasn't. Okay, so we did it. Hopefully you guys have the same success. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time on Wes Explains Best.